We just take a very simple dish and we adjust it a little bit. We don't use the veal, we don't use the pork. We're taking the fat down and we're giving it flavour. Here it is. We've got the very extra lean turkey ground. Now, you can buy lots of different varieties. If you can buy the one that's almost fat-free, you'll see a difference. We'll take an onion, and I'm just going to slice a little bit of a chop. We just want a little bit of onion. Red onion is wonderful because it gives you flavour. A very fine chop. Just pop in. I'm going to get my hands in here. It's the way to do it. Okay, so now we're going to add a tiny little bit of hot sauce, just a little bit, give it a kick. I'm going to add some dried herbs. You certainly can add fresh if you want. It's always better to use fresh. Then what we'll do is we bind it. We're not going to bind it with flour. We're not going to bind it with breadcrumbs. We're doing it with an egg. Tomato puree. This is in my refrigerator any given time. You never need to open a whole can for this. All you do, and this one needs to be opened, is squeeze a little bit in of flavour. It's the concentrate of tomato here, and then it does up, so you haven't wasted a whole can, which we normally don't even need. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll give that a mix in a minute, but before that, just going to coarsely chop some parsley, throw that in there. Good for colour as well. And then, with my wonderful little gadget, I'm going to take a clove of garlic, peel in, give it a little bit of a roll. This is fabulous. And there we go. No skin. I'm going to smash this down. Give a rough chop. You could actually do this with the parsley. If you take a little bit of rock salt with your knife and you can just break it down, it becomes a paste, which is actually a good way to get it in there so every bit of that turkey has flavour. In goes the garlic. What we're going to do now is get our hands a little bit dirty and mix. You want to make sure that you do it this way. So I've got my spaghetti that's just about ready. Best way with spaghetti, any pasta, just follow the instructions on the pack because they can have a little bit of variety and change a little bit. Now, this pan should be nicely heated. What I will do is just drizzle, because I've only used one hand, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to make some really nice sized meatballs. I'm not doing that ginormous one that we're following the recipe for, but I like the idea of that, I tell you. But we're going to make nice sized portions where we should get about 2 large to 3 on each portion. And I'm just going to sear these over. You see that that's the egg has been able to bind it. There's nothing else. We don't have to go crazy with the flour, and we don't have to put the breadcrumbs in if we don't want. There we go. One more. While that is searing away, we're going to add some flavour to that. What we're going to do is add some chicken stock, you can use vegetable if you want, and then some tomatoes. You can either use a can of tomato sauce or you can use the diced ones. They're going to break down so they'll be all cooked through. Don't turn them too much, same as like outside on the grill. You keep flipping those burgers, they're going to fall apart. You want to do it gently and lightly. We'll just turn it there in that oil. They've browned. Look at that, it's just got colour. That's what we eat with our eyes. We need to see that caramelisation. Another tip, use a really good non-stick pan. They've changed over the last decade. They now have heat elements in them. You can sear, you can cook. Okay, what we do now is we pour in some stock. When you're cooking with liquid, it's now going to poach it, which actually cooks really quickly. So it's going to speed up the cooking time. Anyone can make this. I want you to give it a go. And make sure if you like this, that you like the video. Then I take our tomato, diced or puree, just thrown in here. It's going to be a wonderful sauce. I'll give it a little bit of a mix. And then I'm going to bring that heat up. I'm going to cover it in about 10, 12 minutes. It will be absolutely fabulous. We are ready to go. It was that quick. And these low-fat meatballs are smelling absolutely delicious. I'm going to take them off the heat. The sauce is just where I want it. It's perfect. I really want you to try it. It's so easy. I will take my spaghetti out, and we're going to make a beautiful sauce. I could drain this a little bit. Just make sure each portion size. Again, I'm not fussy on the carbs because If we're pretty active, we're going to burn that off. It's the fat that makes the difference. And this dish is guilt-free. Here we go. Look at the colour of these. 2 very large portion size for each person. And that sauce is not a thick sauce. It's just a really nice flavour of Italy that we're not compromising on anything. There you go.
Ready, set, cook. Subscribe or watch another Recipe Rehab how-to video right now. And don't forget to watch Fitness Guinea Pig, where we test today's hottest workout and diet trends.